Hello, second graders. Welcome to a new math lesson. We're still on topic 4. That's the last lesson for our topic 4, lesson 9. So please open your book, page 169, and let's see what we have. Model with math. So for this lesson, you will be using all the strategies and all the different models that we use and learn to do our equation and add. So let's see what we have here.
Kim puts 25 toys into an empty toy box. Then she puts 17 more toys in the toy box. How many toys are in the box in all? Use a model to show the problem. Be ready to explain how your model helps you solve the problem.
So for this, I might use the bar diagram that I know that I have one part and I have the other part. When I add them together, I get my sum, or I can just add the tens and the ones just using the previous lesson, the way that we learned in the previous lesson. So let's use the gram. Let me draw it. So I know that we have one of the add-ins, 25. Kim has 25 toy on a box and one empty box. Then she adds 17 more. So that's the second add-in or the second part. Now I need to add them to get the total or the sum. So for my adding, I can add the tens and then add the ones. So let's write this down. So now I'm going to write my equation, 25 plus 17 equals. And I go down, I'm going to add the tens. So 2 tens means 20. That's for the first add-in. And then 1 10 and the second add-in that make it 10 equal 20 plus 10 equal 30. Now I'm going to add all the ones. So I have 5 ones from the first add-in, and I have 7 ones from the second add-in. So that will be 12. Now I go down and I say 30 plus 12. Now it's easy for me to add, right? 42. So I used the bar diagrams and I use the strategy that I add the tens together, and my totals is 42. So let me write here. So take a different color. So my sum 42. So there are 42 toys in the box. Okay, let's go for the next.
Eric has 29 crayons. He buys a box of 16 crayons. How many crayons does Eric have in all? What information are you given in this problem? You know that Eric started with 29 crayons and then bought 16 more. What do you need to find out?
The total.
You need to find out how many crayons Eric has in all. Here are some models you can make: arrays, bar diagrams, drawings, and equations. Which model would you use to show this problem?
We can use a bar diagram.
You can use a bar diagram to show the problem. You know 2 parts and you need to find the total. You can also use an equation to model the problem. An equation uses numbers and symbols. 29 plus 16 equals what number? Does the equation match the problem? Does the equation match the bar diagram?
How do you know?
Because I see these are the two parts and the information I have in my problem.
The equation and the bar diagram are two different ways to show or model the problem. How can you solve the problem?
I have different ways. I can add all the tens or I can break it. So many ways to add two-digit numbers.
You can add 29 and 16. You can use compensation to find the sum. Add 1 to 29 and take 1 from 15 to make 30 plus 15. Break apart 15 into 1 10 and 5 ones. 30 plus 10 plus 5 equals 45. Eric has 45 crayons in all.
All right, so let's see the guided practice. I see the show convince me or show me.
Show me. How does drawing a bar diagram or writing an equation model a problem? Is there another way to model the problem?
Well, yeah, there's another way. We can use drawings or place value. Remember the place value blocks to add the tens. But we know now that when I use diagrams or bar diagrams or I use equation, it shows how the numbers are related. So it helped me to know that am I adding them? What do I have? Do I have the total and one part and I'm looking for the second part, or I have the two parts, or which is two add-ins and I'm looking for the sum or the total. So breaking it or drawing it or using a bar diagram helped me to decide what am I looking for. Okay. Got it, practice? Let's see what we have. Complete the bar diagram, write an equation to model the problem, then solve it. Flora has 24 books about birds. She has 18 books about bugs. How many books in that? So we need to know how many books. So I know that she has the two parts or the two add-ins or the two parts that she has. We need to have the total. So that's easy. I'm gonna add the first add-in and the second add-in. So we have the 24, that's the first add-in, which is the books about birds she has. And then we have 18, the books that she has about bugs. Now 24 plus 18, we know we have too many strategies to use to add two-digit numbers or even 3 or 4. So for this, we're gonna use a compensation, which is moving from the ones to make tens. So we have the 24 plus 18. I know if I take 2 from the 4 for the ones here to add it to the 8, that will make 10. So I'm gonna say minus 2 to remember that I took 2 from the ones, and I'm gonna say plus 2. That means I moved it from the side and I add them to the ones for the second add-in. So now my 24, I took 2, it's going to be 22. And then the 18 I added 2, it will give me 20. So now 22 plus 20, it's easy for me to add 42. Okay, let's see the next question. Barb saw 14 cars on Smith Street. She saw 8 cars on Alfred Street. How many more cars did Barb see on Smith Street? So now I know that total, she saw 14 cars. So that's how I know that bar diagram helped me, because I know what I'm looking for. So I know that in all or total cars, she saw 14 cars. So that would be here, the box here. Let's write this. 14. All right. She saw 8 cars on Alfred Street. So I know one part here. Okay, 8. So let's write this. All right, so she saw 14 cars on Smith Street and she saw 8 cars on Alfred Street. Now we need to know how many cars did she see more on Smith Street than Alfred Street. So we need to get the difference. So in this case, I know that 14, take away 8 to get the missing part or the missing addend. So what I'm going to write here, let's go back here. I'm going to say 14 minus 8 to get the missing addend or the missing part equals. That's easy. 14 take away 8 equals 6. I can move this down. Okay. So 14 take away 8 equals 6. So there's 6 cars that she saw them in Smith Street more than Alfred Street, and I can write six. So that's the second part in my bar diagram. So, you know, this helped me to find out what do I have and what am I looking for. So for this equation, I didn't need to add 2 addend because actually I know that she saw certain numbers of cars in one street or one place, which is the 14 cars on Smith Street. And then she saw 8 cars on Alfred. She wanted to know how many more did she see on Smith Street than Alfred Street. So in this equation, I need to subtract. So the bar diagram, when I know that she saw all 14 and we know one part, we're looking for the second part, I know that subtraction is the right equation to solve my problem, the right way to solve my problem. All right. So that's it for today, second graders. I'll leave you with the rest of the activity, and that's the last lesson for our topic 4. Have fun with the rest of the activity till we have a new video and a new topic. Thank you. Bye-bye.